What's up, ladies and gents? This is Casey Kid, coming at you with another Destiny video. Today, the April update has officially dropped. For the first video that we're going to do with the April update, it's going to be an exotic Engram opening video. So if you enjoy it, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. I've got 12 exotic Engrams that I've been saving, and there are two things that we basically want to look for. One, will any of these exotics that I've been saving turn into some of the new gear that's been brought forward into the Taken King? And two, will any of these exotic Engrams decrypt at a higher light level, higher than 310? We don't know for sure just yet, but we're going to do some video proof one way or another. I was also saving a couple legendary Engrams that I just happened to get last night, just to see if these would decrypt at a higher light level. So I'm going to do my typical strategy whenever trying to gain light level, and that's decrypt something, go back, check to see its light level. If it's higher than what I'm wearing, I'm going to put it on. It looks like neither of these were, but you can see that Bindcaster did drop at 305, and I got that previous to the April update, so that is a pretty good sign. I think I'm going to start off with the armor. I'm going to save the weapons for last. We only have one helmet Engram, and decrypting that we get the Apotheosis Veil, so nothing new, but it did drop at over 320 light, so that's a really good thing. This exotic Engram that I kept from before the April update ended up decrypting at a higher light level than what you could previously get at maximum, so really nice. It's not a new piece of gear, we had it already, we've had it before, but you get to get your health back, you get your melee back, you get your grenade energy back whenever you cast your super. Not terribly bad, and it's the highest light helmet that I've got so far. We're going to open up the body Engrams next because I've got a whole bunch of them. Starting off with the Crest of Alpha Lupi, that is poopy. Purify Robes, brand spanking new to the Taken King, very awesome. And the Lucky Raspberry, that's pretty lucky. That's pretty lucky. That's one of the last pieces of exotic gear that I actually got from year one, so I'm glad to get that out of the way already. Crest of Alpha Lupi, unfortunately, even though you've got tons and tons of these, revives have been nerfed. You can no longer run through an enemy orb or an ally orb. I don't know why you would want to revive an enemy. You can't run through your buddy and revive him at the same time, so I'm not going to waste any more time on that. We'll move on to our Void Fang vestments, which actually came at 325 light. Which is really nice. That's really nice. And I think I'm going to get a lot of use of these, because I am going to play on my Voidwalker a little bit more, and spawning with grenade energy is nice, not to mention allowing my Axiom Bolt to be stronger is really good, and I have shotgun ammo on this, which is probably going to be sorely needed with the changes to PvP in the Crucible. Let's actually put on the Purify Robes, because I'm sure a lot of people haven't seen them if they just started playing Destiny with the Taken King. And there it goes with this shader equipped. I am glowing all over the place. That is one heck of a collar. Wearing this in the Crucible would just basically be screaming out my position to everybody. As far as what it's got the special and heavy ammo, which is really nice. I really do love those perks. I want to see if it has any new abilities. It doesn't. I was really hoping that some of these new pieces of gear, basically new to the Taken King, but original to the vanilla Destiny, were going to have some new perks to them. Unfortunately, this does not. This is a really, really situational piece of gear. Sometimes it has uses in the Trials of Osiris, but more often than not, this is kind of worthless. I'm a little bit upset that this didn't get some type of buff. That's a shame. That's a little bit of a shame. Let's actually move on over to the Lucky Raspberry just to take a look at it. For those of you that have never seen this before, it's at 323 light as well. It's for my Hunter. Basically, what the Lucky Raspberry does is the same type of thing as the Void Fang vestments. I get to spawn with grenade energy all the time, and my Arc Bolt grenades actually chain better and further. So that's a pretty nice piece of gear. It's always nice to spawn with grenade energy, especially in the Crucible. It's nice to always have your grenade ready to go. Let's move on over to the heavy weapons. I can't think of any brand new heavy weapons to the Taken King, so I'm probably just going to get some old stuff. Super Good Advice times 2, that's double the good advice, a Thunderlord, and then a Dragon's Breath, and another Dragon's Breath. Okay, so we pretty much got most every heavy weapon that we could get with all these Engrams, though they are going to be at different light. Looks like 325 Super Good Advice. I've actually had a lot of fun with this gun recently. Pretty much, even though I've got Flared Magwell on it, which can increase my reload speed, you really never need to reload this gun. With its special perk, whether I'm hitting shots or missing shots, I'm going to be pulling ammo from my reserves and putting it right into the magazine, so maybe hand-loaded might be the way to go on this gun. That's just my personal opinion from my recent use with it. Moving on to the Thunderlord, it is at 323 as well. It's an arc-damaging machine gun that fires faster the longer you're holding down the trigger. That's cool and all, except for the fact that it really wastes ammo, so maybe Field Scout might be the way to go. Unfortunately, you don't get the same type of benefit as with the super good advice. You are going to have to reload this, though luckily with Feeding Frenzy you will be able to reload faster. Really awesome looking gun, a staple to Destiny. I just don't use it all that much. Finally, we have our Dragon's Breaths at 323 and 324 light. It got a buff in year 2. It's much, much better. I wish it had 3 shots in the magazine again like it used to. Who's Next is kind of useless, but Napalm is not. Napalm basically puts lakes of fire around the enemies, and it is a lot of fun. Very, very cool. I'm going to put on my super good advice again to boost up my light level, even though I'm not cracking that 321 light just yet. Haven't hit that 322 light. I think we'll save the special weapon for last because there are a ton of new special weapons to the Taken King. We nabbed ourselves a hard light and a universal remote. So there we go, another piece of brand new gear to the Taken King. Let's take a look at it. The universal remote is actually a shotgun that you get to put in your primary slot. So very fun. I didn't run around with this a lot in year 1, but I think it does have some potential in PvP. Whenever you get a range and precision damage boost in PvP, that's pretty amazing. With crowd control going on, and then its special perk, you can actually revive snipe with your shotgun. So very, very cool. I think this is going to be a lot of fun to run around with. You can run around with 2 shotguns with the universal remote, and who doesn't love doing that? Also, the hard light, we don't want to forget this. Basically, you've seen this being used in Crucible before. Bullets bounce all over the place, and they don't have a damage fall off. I haven't used it yet in the Taken King, but it definitely got a boost as far as its look and damage potential. The one thing with the hard light that's a little bit tricky is how much it bounces all over the place. Finally, let's open up our special weapons, and we get a Hereafter. So despite there being a ton of new weapons in the special category for the Taken King as far as this April update goes, we ended up nabbing one from the vanilla Taken King game. I haven't fired off my Hereafter ever. It sounds like I haven't fired off a lot of these weapons now that I think about it. I guess I was getting stuck with the weapons that I really, really loved, but Hereafter can blind enemies, so that's pretty neat. And with the revive sniping / res shield changing, it could get some extra use, you never know. So this is it, we get some new gear, so we confirm that yes, held exotics will decrypt at a higher light level, and 2, you can get the brand new gear if you would have held on to your exotics from before the April update. Very cool, very successful Engram opening. I liked it. Now what I need to do is upload this and start playing. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, the Taken King, and I'll see you around in Destiny. Prison of Elders time.